Hello everybody. In today's video we're going to be working on GRAVEHILL, page 2 of chapter 12, page 231 in total. We got Catface in the house today, chilling in on his little chair. I don't think I'll be on super long today, maybe like a couple hours. Just get a little bit done on a page. I didn't have a tattoo appointment today, so we're here working. For anyone that is watching on YouTube and you're wondering why you can't hear the music, because I record the VODs without the music so I could post them on YouTube so I don't get the copyright claims. But if you're watching me on Twitch, you can hear the music if you're watching it live. And the song did not age well. Then again, a lot of rap songs don't. Yeah, my back feels a little stiff today. I think I slept weird. I woke up and my hip was aching. Maybe I'm getting old. I mean, I am. Oh, that was a weird sneeze. Try to hold my sneeze in so I wouldn't sneeze into the mic, so I try to mute my mic. But I wasn't sure if I hit the button or not. I try to hold that sneeze in. That should hurt. Yeah. Welcome, welcome. How's your day going? Started a little early today. I didn't have a tattoo appointment. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. You just missed Catface. He was hanging out over here, but decided to get up to go eat. Yeah, he'll be back. He always comes back. Yeah, things are pretty good actually. They were pretty rough at first for a couple months, but I got back on the horse, and things are a lot better now. Thank you, I appreciate that. Same to you too. Hope everything's okay. Work's been pretty good lately too, so it's a great thing. I like working. It keeps me happy. I love working. So if I don't work, it kind of bums me out. So you're in Texas right now, or are you back from Texas, or do you live in Texas? I don't know. Sorry if I'm confused. Oh yeah, you should definitely get into some art for sure. I think it's very therapeutic for a lot of people. Kind of why I do it. Oh, that's cool then. I've been to Texas quite a number of times. It's an alright place, depending on what part of Texas. I'm not a big fan of hot weather though, so I don't generally like to stay there that long. Nice. So you're gonna be happy to come back? Do you miss it? Yeah, we could open. Tattoo shops have opened and stuff, so everything's like, kind of running. It's pretty smoothly again. But like, we're a private shop anyways, so we do appointments only. We don't allow walk-ins. We're only there if we have an appointment. We're not open every day. We're very selective, so it wasn't really that big of an issue for us in general. The only bad part was getting the clients in, because nobody wanted to get tattooed, so it's tough, which is also understandable. Want to make somebody go try to convince them to get a tattoo in a pandemic. But it affects us in different ways. But we have to just kind of suck it up. Everybody wants tattoos, so you're not out of business for too long. Stuff like this happens. Yes and no. So it is printed, but it's only available. Printed versions, I give them away for free to my Patreon supporters. There's a specific tier that you have to be in to get the actual printed copies. So I wanted to make those very special because the book is free. I want to keep it as free as I possibly can. I don't really want people to need to pay for it. I think, I'm not really doing it for money. I'm doing it because I want to. I'm not trying to get super paid off of it. But if people choose to support, then they could do that on Patreon, and they'll get extra bonuses and whatever. So one of those bonuses is the hard copy of it. I do want to make an actual volume of it, like a hardback 200 page book. I think I have enough material for it, but those are just really expensive to make, and I want to do a Kickstarter for it, but I don't know. I'm not too worried or concerned about it right now, but that is a future goal. Yeah, the books come signed and numbered. You also get the free version of the book, which you could find on various websites and stuff. Is 3 chapters behind. So one of the major incentives for the Patreon is you get to read pages before everybody else does. So you're 3 chapters ahead if you're on Patreon. So this page that I'm working on right now, when I finish it, it gets immediately uploaded onto Patreon for those supporters, and they can read it. But everybody else that's not Patreon member probably won't see this page for maybe 3 or 4 months, sometimes longer, depending on how often my schedule permits me to work on the book. Yeah, for sure. I think my links are here on Twitch too. If you look around, I don't know where they have it. I'm not too familiar with Twitch that much, but I know I set it up so you could find my comic and on one of the links. There's a free app that I recommend everybody to get called Webtoons. I'll write it on this guy's back. Sometimes with the S, sometimes without. Yeah, the Webtoon link. Yeah. So it's free. You just sign up with a Google account or whatever. Yeah, phones and tablets. It's made for phones and stuff like that. So there is a website that you could go on, but it's primarily for on the go reading, and it's strictly made for independent comic creators, and there's a ton of comics on there that people just make, and anybody can make a comic book and upload it on there, and it's free, totally free. So that's where my stuff is. But you could also, on my website, I have the full res high definition pages that are also free, but Webtoon seems to be a little bit more convenient for a lot of people, so I recommend that to most. I think right now, oh wait, what's today? I had another little episode drop on Webtoon today. Forgot to do it, but it's going to drop. On Webtoon, I'm on chapter I think I'm on chapter 9 on Webtoons, but the chapter I'm working on right now is chapter 12, so quite ahead in real time as compared to Webtoon. Thanks. He thanks you for that. It's a little stinky, but I try not to judge him. I think today's I don't know if this is the first time you've come on and watched me, but my streams usually are quite long. I don't know how long today's is going to be. supposed to have plans a little later, but I don't know if they're gonna go through or not. So I'm just working as if I don't have plans. Yeah, I'm usually here working on a page for like at least 6 hours. The most I've streamed is like 8.5 hours, I think. So I'm gonna be here for quite a while. But I got nothing else to say. Oh, cafe season. Just into a cat face. He's just hanging out, just chilling, taking a little nap. See, his chair's all messed up because he uses it as a scratching post. Yeah, even though he has scratching posts that I've bought him, he prefers to scratch up that chair. Yeah, hey, Soul Sniper. It's Cat Face. He's napping. I think I just got delivery from Amazon, so he's waking up. He kind of stole that chair from me. I bought it, and obviously I bought it, but kept sitting in it, and like that would be his chair whenever I wasn't working. And then I wasn't working on the comic for like quite a long time during like quarantine, so it's kind of like bummed out. So he started sitting in it, and then because I never sat in it, he just kind of took it over. Then when I started working again, kind of got mad because I was sitting in what he thought was his chair, like his little spot. So he get kind of frustrated. So I bought a new chair and I just gave him that one. But he was kind of having like he didn't like sitting in it after I got my new chair, which was weird because I thought, well, I'm gonna get a new chair, so he's gonna love that he has his chair now. But he didn't care. Like he just avoided it. So yeah, I know. Thing we do for the pets. But I started putting catnip on it because I got him a webcam, so we could do this. So I could show him on stream and stuff. He can hang out with us. So I started putting catnip on the chair to get him, try to convince him, like, oh, this is a cool spot for you to lay down. And it's working so far. He's been laying on it a lot more now. I just think that since I don't sit on it anymore, it doesn't really smell like me that much. So he's not really enticed to sit on it. But catnip does the trick. Although he doesn't like catnip that much. He's not a catnip cat. He does not care about catnip. I also made all the little cat face animation. Oh, thanks for the follow, Snow Sniper. That helps a lot. I'm trying to get to 50 followers. I think you're my 40th one so far. Yeah, I think you're number 40. When I get to 50, I get to make emotes. So the little like that little character that's right there. Yeah, I'm trying to get affiliation. Just so the only reason why is so I can get emotes. That's it. Because they don't let you have your custom ones until you're affiliate. Because I want to make a lot of cat face ones. So that's what I'm shooting for. So, thanks for the follow. Oh, here's one of the animations. So I live next to a train. And you can't really hear it that much. I actually live like a block away, so it's really loud. But I have a program that filters out background noise. And so you don't really hear the train that much, but sometimes you can because it's sometimes really, really loud. So I made this animation of him in the train. There's also this animation whenever I have to go do something or something. It just sits there and munches. Those are all hand animated too. You little chunky boy. There's another animation. Well, there's a couple. There's one where, like, when the stream starts, he's like sitting next to my computer, like a starting soon thing. I can't play that because I'm already streaming. And then there's another one where the stream's about to end and he's like falling asleep. but I can't play that one yet because it'll end the stream. So if you guys ever watch the end of this video, you'll see it. Yeah, I made them all myself. I'm not like a good animator. I don't really know what I was doing, so I kind of learned as I went, but they came out okay for what I need. I think it's the artist in me that I have to have certain things to look a certain way. So I had to customize everything on my Twitch profile thing. So I made everything by hand, and I knew I wanted a cafe theme, so I made a bunch of animations with them. He's like the mascot. Thank you. Put a lot of time in it. That train one took 3 days to animate, and it's only like 3 seconds of well, maybe like 5 or so, but just looped. So it's like a GIF. It just loops forever. But those 5 seconds took like 3 days just to animate. It took forever. And that was before I had the program to block out the train. So I thought I was really going to need it, but once I found out about that program, I didn't need the animation anymore. So I was like, damn. I spent 3 days on this, but I figured I'd just throw it in there still because I like it and I spend lots of time on it. But again, I'm not like an animator, so I don't really know how to do it effectively. So there's probably easier ways to do that. I just don't know them. What I'm doing right here probably looks like a mess, but there's a method to the madness. It all comes out okay in the end. Yeah, I do my my pages, my comic pages in layers. So there's well, obviously because I'm in Photoshop, but what I mean by layers is there's always a foreground, a background, and a midground, and I stack them up on top of each other to give the illusion of depth. So this is the background here. So there's going to be art on top of this that's a little bit darker. I'll give you an example. So this background layer, as you can tell, it's not actually black. It's like kind of grayish. So that's the background. So the midground would be just a little bit darker than that, but it's still not black. And that artwork will be this person that's standing here, which will cover up all the messy edges and all that stuff. And then the foreground is darker than that, but it's still not black. It's like slightly, almost black, but not quite there. And that will be the skeleton guy standing here, which will cover up all the mess that's over here. So that kind of gives the illusion that things are further in the background than, like, for instance, the skeleton guy. So there is a strategy. What up, gamer? Oh, look at cat face. You looking cute. You started my bullshit, that's okay. Anyway, howdy. So the background on this panel's done, so now we're going to work on the midground. Who's this guy? The main character. Yeah, I'll spray him if he's acting dumb, but which he probably will. Yeah, I'll do it for sure. So I'm looking at some reference or one of the other pages I did. This guy's supposed to have a pretty big gash on his back. He fought a bear and did not win. Hello! Welcome back, man. We're on a new page today. About that chest board drawing come out for you. Did you finish it? I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Cool. Nice. You having yourself a good day today, man? That's pretty cool. I would love to see it. Do you have like an Instagram or something where you post that stuff, or that'd be pretty cool to check out. That's great to hear. Glad your day's going good. My day's going pretty good. I didn't have I don't know if you know this, but I'm a tattoo artist, so it's like my main job. But I didn't have an appointment today, so I was able to start a page a little earlier than I normally do. So far so good. That's panel 1 done. Take a small little break, 5 minutes, just to get some stuff ready so when I cook a little later. So I'll be back, y'all. Alright, I'm back. Strangely tired. Sleepy tired. Because I want to sleep at 5 a.m. last night. Hey, thanks for the follow, Tess. Garrett. I really appreciate that. Oh, I think the music's just a little low. You could, but it's definitely there. I try not to raise it up too much for the copyright stuff. Turn it up for you, though. There you go. I'm gonna be right back real quick. Really slept on my hip earlier or something. It's really sore. Well, hi, Murph. I'm eating peanut butter. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I'm getting dinner ready. Oh, Louisiana hot hot wings, or I think they're just sausages, but they're like the big sausages. Or shit, I don't remember. I think it was like it was the onion one. It was the purple bag. I know the bag is purple. There's a green bag. There's a purple bag, and there's like orange bag. I like orange. Biscuits are burning. Yosh. They have them at Smart, Stater A Brothers. Oh shit, Carmer's back. He's licking himself. And Karma about to start to fit. Hell yeah. What song is that? I don't know that song. Or do I? In my flippy floppies. Straight flippy copies. Give the motherfucking big up. Hey, thanks for the follow, El Captain Payne. I appreciate that. It makes you follower number 42. 8 more. Now I get the affiliate thing, so I appreciate that. Sure is. Slowly but surely, we'll get there. But everyone's support counts and matters, so I appreciate it. Thank you. I just want to make my custom emotes. That's the only reason why I want affiliate. Not a popularity or anything. I just want my custom emotes. It's just affiliate, honestly, because of the emote things. I just like customizing things and like having my profiles for wherever I'm at, like kind of themed a certain way. And I had plans for emotes, but I didn't know you had to be affiliate to get the emotes in order to make them. So kind of just want to get the emotes. But I'm not really streaming for like to get big on Twitch or anything. I'm just working on my comic. Gonna do it anyways, so yeah. All the emotes. I made a bunch for my friend who streams on Twitch. He does a lot of fighting games and fighting game tournaments and stuff like that. He's pretty good at it. And I made a bunch of emotes for him. Like I designed his entire Twitch kind of theme and aesthetic, and it came with emotes, and I was kind of jealous. Dang, I want emotes too. I don't know what. Actually, don't really know what that is. I'm not too familiar with Twitch, so I'm still learning like what certain things are. So yeah, I'll look into that. I have an animation for when somebody donates bits to the channel, like an alert that I designed, like all my alerts. I don't know if you caught when you subscribed, might all the little animations. But I'll write his name in the. Oh, I see. I didn't know that. See, that's cool. I don't know. It's not letting me put his name in the chat. I don't know why. So I'm just gonna write it down here for you. It's really easy. It's battle, and then spectrum. Yeah, that stuff is cool. I love designing stuff like that. So the more things I could do, because I have pretty much everything themed around my cat and various stupid stuff like anime that I like. So the more I can add and do, the cooler I think Twitch is. Oh man, quite a bit of anime. My favorite is One Piece. Oh, that's sick. That's tight. That's awesome. I should have put that together, but I didn't. Never got like super into Naruto, but I know that it's really good. People talk about it all the time. It's one of the best animes of all time, of course. But my favorite is One Piece. I could talk about that all day. Oh, and also Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. The manga's amazing. Yeah, I don't. I'm not, well, I can't speak on Naruto, so I don't know. But yeah, One Piece matures for sure. It's I mean, it's a long running series. It's still going, so over 10 years worth of writing, like it's gonna change a little. Like, but even in the early arcs of One Piece, the themes are they're pretty mature themes. They're pretty fucking dark, and then it gets really dark as time goes on. It gets like, what the fuck? There's this running gag about One Piece that the writer Oda, like, he tries to top backstories like for his characters, so every backstory tends to be darker and sadder than the last one. It's pretty wild. Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely, it's definitely mature for sure. I remember when Bible Black came out. I was a kid. I was working in a comic shop at the time. Of course, I wasn't supposed to be looking at that shit, but it was a small comic book shop, and nobody really like cared like what the fuck I was doing. They just kind of like let me off into my own devices and like organize stuff. So I would see some pretty wild shit. I think I was like a freshman in high school when I first saw that. It's definitely like pretty dark. There's some gnarly stuff. I mean, like, I'm not sure if you ever seen Demon Slayer, um, but it's pretty fucking crazy. It's not like it's not really like hentai or anything though. It's mature. It's brutal. It's fucking gnarly. There's consequences, which to me matters quite a bit when it comes to manga. It's like the only downside for me when it comes to One Piece is that when people don't really die, but in Demon Slayer, when somebody dies, and it's not just one fucking person. It's like, consequences. Let's just leave it at that. Consequences. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, people do die in One Piece, and this is like the counter argument against what I say. Because in One Piece, there'll be like a character that'll die, and then like you'll find out later that, oh, he survived, and you're like, how the fuck did this guy survive? But when somebody does die and they stay dead, the counter argument is that it's more impactful because like now this person is dead in a world where a lot of people don't really die, so the consequence of his death is pretty significant, and it matters a lot to the story. It's still kind of like I still wish more people died when like it looks like they're dead, but yeah, it's just the trope. It's like how many times fucking Spider-Man's died or something. Oh, have you ever read Berserk? That's another one of my favorite anime. Mostly manga, but the the original anime is really good too. But the manga is fucking insane. If you want something like Bible Black, read Berserk. I think that's pretty up there. It has all the like it has sex, nudity, brutal, a lot of fucking blood. The philosophy behind it's deep as hell. Yes, and so does Berserk too. Berserk has like insane consequences. It's to the point where it's like that anime made me question my life. It made me question my existence. Oh, fuck. Oh, cool. I'm glad you know what it is. I mean, I guess like most people know what the fuck Berserk is. If you like anime, most people generally know what it is. Even if they haven't even watched it, most people know what it is. But yeah, it's great. It's one of my inspirations for my own comic book. Stories aren't similar at all, but just how the writer just fucking weaves that story. It's like, man. Did you ever see Boruto? I didn't hear a lot of positive things about that show. Yeah, most people do. Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird that they made it in the first place. I thought it was a joke when I first heard about it. I mean, I never saw Naruto, but like for them to make a sequel like that after so long, and it didn't really seem like it fit anywhere, kind of. didn't really seem to have anything to do with Naruto, so weird. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm a I'm a pretty big Dragon Ball Z fan too, but I've never seen Super. Like I like most American kids growing up in the '90s, uh, in the early 2000s. Dragon Ball Z was like the anime that fucking kind of showed everybody what anime was, and I'm a giant fan of that. But Super seems so unattractive to me. I did not give a fuck about watching it. Once they started bringing back Frieza, I was like, what the fuck? Like, why? Like, I get that he's one of the most popular villains, but at the same time, like, really? Yeah, me too. I'm actually a really big fan of GT. It's 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 not good. Like, I'll be honest, it's kind of like it drags a lot of the time. It's like whatever, but I think it has a better ending than Dragon Ball Z had. Like the ending of Dragon Ball Z, Goku just flies off with Boob, and it's like okay, like all right, see you later, I guess. But GT is like he leaves and like he leaves the planet and he's like, all right, I'm taking off now. Now I'm gone for good. It just felt like a real actual ending. Yeah, I know quite a bit about Jiren too. I mean, even though I haven't seen it, like I watch a lot of reviews and spoilers and stuff, and like I keep up with it, even though I don't watch it, because I rather watch the spoilers than watch the show. And yeah, that's what most people say. Jiren's pretty fucking bad. There will be, yeah, for sure. Like my comic is adult as fuck. There's not going to be like gratuitous like sex and stuff. But there's going to be sex, but like nothing like that's not what it's about. But when you're dealing with adult themes, sex is a pretty big one. But yeah, but it's definitely pretty gory. I mean, it's influenced by Berserk, so like that type of storytelling, where it's like no holds barred, we're gonna fuck it, tell the story I want to tell, no censorship, just do the thing. If you're horrible, I'm horrible. Sounds like we have the same taste in things. Like my comic book, I'll give you like a kind of a brief synopsis of it. I don't know if you ever heard or seen this movie called Tombstone. It's a western from the '90s. My comic is just like a fantasy retelling of that. Basically, there's more to it than that, but that is like the heart of the story. Yeah, it's my favorite movie of all time. It's like cheesy, like B movie, but it has a lot of meaning to me growing up with my brothers. The gist of that movie. What movie is that? The Ballad of It's not Josie Wales, is it? But the gist of that movie is like there's a guy, a real life guy. This movie's based a little bit on truth. It's not like 100% truthful, but the whole gist is some guy. He's like this cop. He's like a sheriff or something, and he's like really good at it. And he retires, and him and his brothers move to this town in Arizona called Tombstone, and they kind of start living there and like living the retired law life. Like they don't want to do anything with the law; they just want to like make their own little living. But that town is super lawless because it's the Wild West, and there's like fucking this crazy gang and shit. And the main character, one of his brothers dies, and then the other one gets severely wounded, and like he loses the movement in his arm or whatever. So a lot of that, a lot of the gist of the movie is revenge. Like he wants payback for his murdered brother and like all that other stuff. So it's like this gray line between because he tries to get his revenge using his badge as he becomes a sheriff again. So there's kind of this gray area where he's like he's trying to act lawfully, but at the same time he's out for revenge. So like, is he right? Is he correct in what he's doing? Because he's not letting them go to trial or anything. He's like finding them and like murdering these gangs. But at the same time, if my brothers were fucking murdered like that, I would I want to give a fuck. I'd be after them too, and that's primarily what my comic books is about. Like we have this main character here. He's basically after revenge for his brothers that died. But there's also like a lot of fantasy elements into it. Tombstone is like I said, based on a true story. But my comic has like witches in it, like a lot of occult imagery and like magic and shit like that. But occult style magic, like satanic shit. Like in the first chapter, he meets a witch that he has to kill, and the witch is naked, so she's like full. Like first chapter, you see titties, but it like for me, it's not gratuitous. It's like there is a point, because in witchcraft, like being naked has a lot. It actually has significance to it. So it's not me just drawing titties because like I like titties. I do, but there is a purpose to it in the story. Yeah, it's actually free to read. It's completely free. I keep it free for people that want to read it. You can find it on Webtoons. It's a free app that you could download and read it for free. Or you could go on my website and read it for free, like the high res files. Yeah, I think so too, because they weren't scared to delve into like ideas that like are taboo, you know. This guy right here, actually, that's funny because this guy is actually cleaved in two. I don't know if you can tell, but he was hit with an axe, and like he's like literally split in half. There are no physical copies because, like I said, I want to keep it free as long as I can. So I just have it up online for free. There are physical copies, but I reserve those for my Patreon supporters. And you have to be in a certain tier to get that. Yeah, eventually though, I do plan on making like a hardcover kind of like edition. I do have enough material to make one. It just costs a lot of money. Right now I'm on chapter 12 and 231 pages in. Yeah, of course, you could totally get one. They come numbered and signed, because there's only a limited of them that I print. So 12 out of, I have no idea. It's the same concept with Berserk. My plan is to work on it pretty much the rest of my life. Like the guy from Berserk, there's no plans on when he's going to be done. He just works on it. And same with me. There is no ending for me in sight. I know I have the first, I want to say 60 or so chapters already planned out, but there's way more story than that. Yeah. You'll get all of them. I don't have them all printed out though. Yeah, you'll get them all physical, but I don't have them all printed out. So some of them you still have to wait a little bit, but they will come because it costs a lot of money to print them. So, oh yeah, no worries. I ship everywhere. I've been an artist for a really long time, so I've sold prints and I make my own T-shirts and stuff like that. So I ship worldwide. No extra cost, or anything. For sure. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, right on. Thank you. Yeah, you know what? Before you go, I'll write that in here somewhere. I'll leave you a little Easter egg. I'll write it. This is supposed to be a tree back here. What I'll do, I'll just write it on this tree trunk. This will be in the actual comic. This will be your little Easter egg. There you go. So only you will know. So it's there, but if we zoom out, it's pretty small. But you'll know. You'll know. Yeah, no worries. Thank you. Hey, thanks for the hosting. Oh, yeah. the day before, I was working on a page and I forgot to save it. Well, I mean, well, that's not true. Uh, I was pretty much done with the page. Like I had like maybe a minute or two left, and it was pretty much done. I spent 8 hours on it, and right before I was finished, I accidentally closed it without saving it, and it lost. I want to say like 3 hours worth of work. So yesterday was spent just catching up and trying to finish it that page with all that stuff that I lost. Yeah, it was my fault. It was like it's just a silly mistake. I opened up another document and I was trying to close that one, but I wasn't. I just wasn't sure. I guess which document I was on, and I accidentally closed the one I was working on. So yesterday's stream was a little shorter, but today is another long one because I started a new page. Yeah, definitely is one of the worst feelings. I was a little frustrated when it happened, but like I got over it. It happens. It's my fault, you know. I should know better. I should know I should save my work more. Actually, been working on this for 4.5 hours and I haven't even saved it yet, so that reminds me I should probably save it. Yeah, I just saved it. Thank you. But today's page is going pretty good. I'm almost done with the line art and stuff. What did I do? Oh, I zoomed in too much. I thought I deleted stuff. Hell yeah. That's the life. What are you gonna eat? Gonna munch on snacks, or you got a meal? Oh, that sounds so bomb. Sada fries are like one of my favorites. Surprisingly, the sada fries from Del Taco are pretty good. They're like, let me explain a little better than that. They're pretty good for shitty food, if that makes sense. Like they're kind of terrible, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I'll order them again. Yeah, I love Del Taco too. I go there quite often. Or when like I'm eating junk food and stuff, I'll eat Del Taco. The bold burritos, man, the stoner burritos. Can't beat them, man. They're so cheap. It's a plus side of Del Taco. You spend like, you can order like 20 tacos for a nickel. And you can't order that many, but it seems pretty cheap. Yeah, the what is it? The chicken queso. I think it's the chicken queso epic burrito. That one's my favorite one. The like cheese sauce is fire. Has a small little kick to it, but like not spicy. Man, you using the emotes really I really want to make mine. I was talking about that earlier in the stream. I'm like almost close to 50 followers. I'm at 42 right now. And when I get to 50, I'm able to create and like upload my own emotes. And that's kind of what like I'm really waiting for. It's the only reason why I want affiliate or like any of that stuff that's associated with Twitch. I just want to make my own emotes. Most of them are just going to be about my cat, just doing various stupid things, like dressed up like anime characters from animes that I like, or just doing stupid like reactions and stuff. Like I have like I want to do. I guess they call it Gasm, but if you're from fucking manga or the anime world, yo, hey, go face. Oh no, I can't draw it. But something like that, you know, where he's like blushing. Yeah, that's the one. The stupid cat face doing it. And I want to do it because I know like he'll be upset and he'll be like, fuck it, why would you do that? It's like embarrassing. Like putting my my cat in stupid situations like yeah, see, like that's something too that I want to do when I actually get affiliate or something and I am able to do my emotes. I'm gonna have like people make suggestions and I'm just gonna like do them all. Yeah, so I'll probably do my own version of those. Like I was saying earlier too, that I made my friend some emotes for his Twitch stream, and I was like, I was kind of jealous because I want to be able to do mine already. By the way, this is my favorite song of all time. My number one song. Oh, thank you. I would appreciate that. It's not really necessary though. Like, I'm not in a rush. However long it takes me to get there, it's however long it takes me to get there. Even though I want to do it like pretty badly, I'm not in a rush. And that's not the main goal of being on Twitch for me, anyways. I'm not here for the popularity. I'm just here to do my comic book. If people want to watch and chat, that's cool too. Oh, thanks for the follow, Hannah. I will blame them. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Oh, another one. Thank you. Chilaru. Much appreciated. Katie Felix, nice. And Blonde Fire. You guys are so cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Right on. You know, just for that, you guys are joining me, and I really appreciate it. Kiraku. Ooh. I think I'm like almost there. But since you guys are doing this, and I really appreciate it, I'll let you guys choose something for me to doodle real quick, and then I'm gonna hide it inside this page somewhere. So it doesn't really matter what it is. I'll just try my best to draw it, and then I'll have a little Easter egg inside of the comic book that only you guys will know. Snail, you got it. Snails don't really have eyes though. Oh, thanks. Yeah, thank you for the follow, Kiraku, and you have a good one. I really appreciate it. I don't know if you guys are One Piece fans or not, but you have a little snail transponders that show. Alright, so we got a little snail. So now we gotta find out where we want to put him. Do you guys have a name for the snail? Bob the snail it is. Alright, cool. So now Bob is in the comic forever. Full name, Robert Calico Fire. Thanks for following. I really appreciate it. Well, Sanchez sent you, huh? Nice. Cool. Yeah, I love Sanchez. Alright, so if you zoom out, he's gonna be pretty tiny, but you guys will know that he's there. He'll be pretty like Easter eggy just for you guys. I have his own little home right here in the corner. He's gonna be colored and everything too, so he's gonna stand out. Yeah, I know. Rest in peace. No, I don't have commands. Do you mean for like in the chat? No, I don't have any of that stuff. Yeah, but when Bilbo died, or the actor for Bilbo, thought immediately of the scene where Gandalf and Pippin are in Minas Tirith, and like they're about to like shit's about to hit the fan, and like Gandalf starts telling him about the Undying Lands, and it's like all fucking sad and epic. Yeah, I just don't know what to like use the commands for. Like I don't know, like specifically for me, like how I could utilize them. Real Ring Smith, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. You know, I was actually talking about Sanchez earlier too, because I sent up somebody, just some random person that was in here that I was having a good conversation with, and hopefully he goes checks out Sanchez's stream too. He seemed like he would. Wings it is, you got it. You delivered, for sure. You said you were going to do it. I did not expect that, or to be so fast. You're the real MVP. Just for that, I think I'm going to give Bob an epithet. So his name will be Bob, God of Time. It will be the literal embodiment of time itself in the comic book. Sarcone, thank you for the follow. I think that's... Oh no, there's just one more there. But thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Yeah, Kronos was the titan of time. The olden days. Is it 50? Oh shit, it is 50. I thought it was Sarcone. Sarko. Did I see the end? Oh, we did it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I guess tomorrow, after my tattoo appointment, we'll start making the emotes and have fun with that. The music is probably a little too loud. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna do that right as soon as I can. Thank you. That actually means quite a bit. Because I'm a sucker for food. And I'm a sucker for asada fries. It's one for the dead homies, too. I'm not even sure if you heard me, Proto, when you said you're gonna get the other, you're gonna help me get the 50. But I was pretty much saying that, although I do appreciate the follows and stuff, I'm not really streaming for popularity. I just want to make my own emotes to work on my comic. That's about it. I think somebody asked me earlier if I wanted to try to get partnership, but nah, not really. Affiliate just lets me work on the emotes and unlocks a little bit more customization stuff that I can. Well, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. I know it's Soft Power. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Soft. I don't know if that's what it was. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Do my best. I always work on my comic anyways. I was working it before I was on Twitch. I'm going to work on it. If Twitch suddenly disappears, it's not really to make any kind of money or anything like that. It's like working on my comic. Enjoying my cat. All of you guys are the best. Wish my cat was sitting in his chair so I could show you guys, but he was chilling with me almost all stream. But he's laying on the floor right now, so I think he's trying to keep cool. Or that, or he's a homeless person, which he probably is. Oh yeah, I have quite a ton. I'll pull them up. These are his toe beans. Yeah, you could follow me on Instagram. I actually post. I don't even post myself on there. I post him. This is him in a box, a carton of eggs. Oh, little chicken legs. Oh, I guess that would be a good command. To do that for Instagram. I'm learning. Show them the shirt. Oh yeah. So this is my cafe shirt. I print my own shirts and stuff. I haven't done it in a while though, so I don't really have that much in stock, but this is the cafe shirt. This is the back of it. His name is Cafes, that's his name. So it's fashionable. It's just him kind of dressed up like Sailor Mars. It's not really a costume, I just drew him in it, but it's funny. So on my Patreon, I send Christmas cards every year out to everybody. And I always include pictures of my cat. Don't talk. Okay, I'll pull them up right now. But I always send pictures of my cat with the Christmas cards. Him dressed up in various Christmas outfits. So I'll show you the ones that I had. Yeah, the Patreon's just for the comic book. The one I'm working on right now. But no matter what tier you sign up on, you get a Christmas card. This is him as a little Santa. There's Minty Oreo right there. She's in the chat. There's one where he's like an elf. This is when I bought him a sweater that we could match, so we could match together. I don't know if you guys know what Teddy Fresh is. I got him a Teddy Fresh sweater, and we have the same sweater. Oh, here are the Christmas ones I want to show you. These are the cute ones. I feel like I'm showing you guys pictures of my fucking child. Well, he is my child, I guess. It's my son. Oh, this is adorable. He doesn't mind getting dressed up. He doesn't like, I want to say he likes it, but he tolerates it for sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. He gets annoying pretty fast because he's a little overbearing. He's very affectionate, like extremely affectionate. And people think, oh, that's awesome. I want an affectionate cat. But to the amount of affection that he tries to give you, it's like sometimes it's a little too much. It's cool when you meet him, when you hang out with them one time. I don't know where the one with the elf is. I'm trying to find it. That's about it. This is a little webcam I have. So when he sits in his chair, oh, he's kind of there in the corner. You kind of see his tail next to the moon. He's also the cat in my animation, so when I get the follower notification or any kind of I animated a whole bunch of animations. So like when somebody sends me a tip or something, or I don't have one for the hosting, but I have one for raid. And he's 8 years old, just in case you guys were wondering how old he is. Yeah, I think I'll make one. You're the first one who's ever hosted me, so I didn't think I was gonna need one, but I guess I do. I've had raids before, but I've never had a host. I can show you what those animations are. Actually, I don't know my computer. Oh, that's my favorite one. Thank you, South Tower. Yeah, that's my favorite of the animations. His little eyes fall down after his head does. The top tipper so far. Yeah, he's a little old man. So this is the cheer one. Here you go. You're kind of like, I'm not an animator, so I don't really animate too well, but I just kind of did what I could. This is the follower one. This one's for the sub. Yeah, well, I drew it the frames in Photoshop and then I animated it in After Effects. This is the tip one that we just saw. Yeah, I have all the Adobe Suite. And this is the raid one. That one's funny too. I like this one. It's silly. This is the one. This is what my Be Right Back screen looks like. So I don't have to switch real quick. I just didn't eat it. This is when it ends. The streaming is ending. You start blinking and falling asleep. He wakes up. He'll keep repeating that animation until the end when he actually like falls on his face. I live next to a train, so I made a train animation just in case sometimes you can hear it. This goes so well with the song. Yeah, if you need help with them, I'll help you out. Funny noob, thanks for the follower. I appreciate that. Like when it comes to animating, like I said, I'm not like super good at it, but it's not necessarily hard. It is time consuming, but it's not like hard. It's just passing right now. You guys probably can't hear it, but every now and then, it's really fucking loud. Well, so for instance, right, so this train animation that's on the screen right now, this animation in total is probably like 5 seconds, maybe less, maybe like 3 or 4. That took me 3 days to animate. It took a really long time. So I'm pretty sure somebody who knows how to animate, who does it professionally, can probably do it a lot easier. Like I don't do it professionally. I just did it because I wanted cat face on the stream. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Time consuming can be hard if you look at it that way, for sure. It's more hard on your patience, you know. But I have a lot of that. Like I'm 5 hours into my stream today, which is average for me. Like this page is probably going to take me 8 hours to complete. That's time consuming. But as far as like skill level, it's not really that hard. Cafes is doing parkour right now. He's jumping around everywhere. Yeah, that is just more about practice, though. Honestly, it's just about like how much time you're willing to dedicate to something like that. Like when I started, my pen drawings weren't really that good, but after like a couple years of doing it, you know, just slowly start getting better at it. And when I mean like a few years, I mean I would literally mean like almost every day drawing all the time. Yeah, but we all start there. What do you do? Like if I were to show you artwork I did, like if you ever check out my DeviantArt, like the relics of what were or what was my artwork back then. I wouldn't say it's embarrassing because I'm not really embarrassed of my old artwork. That's why it's still up, because I think it's an important learning tool. But it's definitely night and day from what I can do now. Because I sit here 8 hours drawing, and I have a full-time tattoo job, so I'm constantly doodling. Well, I got good news for you, noob. Funny noob. That is art, so you're an artist. Because that is actually kind of hard. I don't know if I could do miniature painting. I tattoo in Southern California, in Ontario, California. A shop called Flesh Eaters. You can find my the link to my Instagram, like on the buttons on. I don't know where it shows it, but like where it shows all the contact info and all that stuff. Somewhere here on Twitch. I'm new to Twitch, so I don't really know the ins and outs of everything. That's why the commands don't work. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got me. I'm learning. Yeah, that's a lot of hard work. It took me a long time to get there, and I did it. I got all those followers without any shout outs or anything. It was just about consistency and just working all the time and uploading and drawing, you know, stuff a lot of people don't want to do, but anybody can do it. Yeah, I know. I posted about it earlier. It's just the thing is, like, I don't really like forcing people to do things. So, like, if they're following me on there, I don't want to be like, oh, come and watch me or something. I'll post about it once and be like, that's enough. Thanks for the follow, Travis Arts. I appreciate that. No, yeah, I didn't mean like forcing them like in a mean way, but like kind of, I don't know. It's just the way I am. It's like it's like a weird thing about me. Like especially when for a good example is tattooing. You kind of have to be a good salesman. Like say if somebody comes in and they walk in the door and they want to get like a tattoo, and you have to be good at convincing them. It's almost like a used car salesman where you have to be like, oh, get a tattoo right now, because you're working on commissions. I am horrible at that, and I choose to not do it ever. Because to me, it's like, it kind of has to be your idea. I like people making their own decisions. Yeah, borderline harassment is a good way of calling it, I guess. Just in case you guys aren't aware, my comic book is completely free to read. I don't like charging for it. The Patreon is available for those who want to support it financially, and you get interesting perks like actual hard copies printed out, and you get the chapters. The Patreon is 3 chapters ahead of everybody, but other than that, I try to keep it free. Free 99. Yeah, that's the. There it is. She did it. I don't know how that happened. Yeah, for real. But if you like witches, cult stuff, dark theme stuff, that's what the comic book's about. Yeah, I definitely would hire the bot too. Thanks for the follow, Master DJ. Appreciate that. It's a funny combination of emotes. The little arm is killing me. It's like, hey girl. Oh no, that'd be pretty funny. Catface needs those arms. Yeah, you can share tweets. Go for it. I don't mind. Go for it, Saw. Let's see what you Oh my goodness. That is awesome. See, that's the roller coaster I would like to be on. I'm a sucker for cute shit. I like cute stuff. Even though like the stuff I draw tends to be kind of dark. But cute stuff is like my life. I don't know about the secret of being awesome. I think maybe the cats frustrate us like a lot, so you have to like vent in a certain way, and that probably makes us draw. Hell yeah! I used to have quite a bit of plushies too here. Are you a Junji Ito fan, Soft? Because that's creme de la creme before. Yeah, unfortunately, Ichibaru, that's not. Man, I wish that was the case. My cat is not like that at all. I kind of got him thinking that was gonna be it, but man, this dude, he's very needy. He is as needy as a dog, and probably sometimes worse. For the most part, it's cool because most cats aren't affectionate like that, and they tend to be kind of mean, and he's the total opposite. I always joke around that if somebody broke into my house to rob me, he would show them where the money was. That's how friendly he is. But when it's like an everyday thing, it's very overbearing. I still love him, of course. Yeah, I'm excited for the Junji anime too. I am and I'm not, because it's really hard for anybody to do a Junji anime and have that same feel and like suspense that he's able to put in his books. Like, it's really, really hard to pull that off. But I'll watch it regardless. Yeah, I wish Catface just slept all day. Well, he does, but when he's awake, like, holy shit, he has to be around me 24/7, and he's very talkative too. He meows constantly for no reason. I'll walk in the door from being at work, and I'll come in and he'll meow for like 15 minutes, and I'm like, all right, well, you want attention, because I've been gone all day, so I'll pick him up or I'll play with him or something. He'll keep going. As soon as I stop, he'll keep going. Oh, nice. So you're a fan of the composer, I guess? The guys making the music? I'm into that. Catface has Azumis too. I'm actually working on a comic book about Catface, or not a comic book actually, but it's like a little short comic strip about his little escapades at 3 a.m. The comic strip is called 3 a.m. and it's like how in his head he thinks he's like this badass superhero samurai, and that's why he's jumping around at 3 a.m. and he's like fighting bad guys. But to me, he's like, damn, dude, I want to sleep. I'll show you the concept I did for the concept designs I have for that. It's not going to be like a all the time kind of deal, because my main priority is my comic here that I'm working on, GRAVEHILL. So this is the logo for 3 a.m. It's just 3 a.m. but like sideways, and it's a little cat. And this is how he's gonna look in the comic strip. This is how he's kind of look with the samurai costume on. The colors are a little off. He's supposed to be brown orange, but he's a little samurai. But this is all in his head. He's not really a samurai. On the back of his thing, his coat, it says sleep up here on the white, and when he takes the coat off, it says more sleep or sleep more, depending on how you want to read it. Yeah, he's a nerd. Yeah, I read the Cat Diary. Yeah. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'll fix that a little later tonight. Could you borrow your cat? Sounds funny. Like, when it's like really late, my cat, he runs around, but I don't mind that much. It's just when he like stands in front of my face and meows, and like he's not hungry because he has food. He always has food. He just, I don't know, he just wants to bug me. But he can run around and like knock stuff over. Like that's fine. But he'll like literally scream in my face, and I'm like, damn, dude, I just want to go to sleep. Yeah, the pets wouldn't work either. Like it's really bad to the point where I wear earplugs to go to sleep. It's like I can't handle it anymore. And even like he figured out how to wake me up without the earplugs. Yeah, he'll sit on. Yeah, he does sit on your face. Yeah. Or you're just trying to lay down, like relax. You just come and be like, oh. And he's pretty chunky, so it's quite a bit of weight. You thick boy. Yeah, he farts too. Oh yeah, sitting on the face thing. It surely is a thing, especially with him. He has no concept of personal space. Oh, he does that too. He is a compulsive licker. Like, holy crap. And he drools like crazy. Yeah, he does that too. Like he's obsessed with it. He'll lick you for like 10 minutes straight. Yeah. I, I, I I honestly think it has something to do with how they were raised. Because my cat wasn't raised by other cats. He was raised by me. I got him when he was really small. So he didn't really have any cats growing up around him. So nobody could teach him how to be a cat. So he just kind of, I don't know, I guess instinctively lick stuff. But that's just my theory on it. And it is a grooming thing too. Like that's how they show affection. Is they lick you. It's like a trust bonding thing. That's messed up. Why am I being attacked? Maybe they're onto something. Who knows? What I'm doing right now, by the way, in the comic is I'm gonna color this page, and I'm trying to find another page because I already have the color flats already in there, so I could just color pick. I'm pretty sure this is the most I've talked on stream the entire time I've been streaming. Oh, what the hell? I wonder why it does that. Yeah, I agree, so I normally work by myself anyways, like alone in my room, so I'm used to not talking. Okay, I haven't heard the song in so long. Yeah, me too. I find it to be very therapeutic, nice and relaxing. It's a good de-stressor. He's joining us now. He's joining the party. Catface has entered the fray. See, his chair's all messed up because he scratches it. Catface into house. He's a gamer girl. Hashtag gamer girl. If he ever takes a bath, definitely. It's fucking cute. Did the dog enjoy it? Was it appreciative of the hug? Like his attention? It's looking at you guys. Sounds like a very dog thing to do, yeah. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Sleep well. Be safe out there. Yeah, I remember one of there too. It was great. Do you guys remember Dear Sister? I think it was their first or second digital short that they did. That one's a classic. Yeah, that's the one where they all kill each other. That was fucking genius. It has no, the first one was the Laser Cat. The first one was Lazy Sunday. Chronicles of Narnia one. And then I think it was I'm pretty sure that was the first one. Laser Cats didn't come until a little bit after that. Who's that guy that's in fucking Dear Sister? The kid from Transformers. Then he got all weird. Shia LaBeouf, that is correct. It's such a stupid concept. Like it's crazy that it works, but it's so funny. I don't think I ever heard that song before. Wait, yeah, I think I have. I'm pretty positive I've heard it. I just don't remember. It's like exactly how it goes. I mean, I'm trying to think of another digital short that was hilarious. Space Olympics was great. I don't know if you guys remember the Space Olympics one, which was another ridiculous fucking one, but it's just fucking funny. So when Michael Phelps was a big thing. Oh, do you guys remember Dear Ronnie? Or it's not Dear Ronnie, I'm sorry, I'm confusing Dear Sister, but it's Shy Ronnie, that's what it is. They always have Rihanna in it. Those ones are fucking funny. I love those. Yeah, I think I showed you those. The Dear Ronnie one. Or I keep seeing Dear. Shy Ronnie. I remember we used to watch so much SNL stuff. Oh, the Californians. I always forget about the Californians. But that's one of the best ones. Oh, that was Mad TV. That's Hot Dogs. Mad TV. That's not SNL. But that shit's still funny though. It's one of my favorite ones. I don't know if you remember Tank. It was Bobby Lee. He was another one of his Mad TV characters. I'm gonna take a trip in my day, woo. And then he would jump on the car and like try to slide over it. And there was this one where he tried to slide over the hood of the car and he like fucked up his back or some shit. He slid and he overshot the slide and he just flew right off of the car. Oh yeah, I'm down. I haven't seen him since that time we watched him. That was like years ago. I was gonna ask you, Murph, if you have you seen Benjamin Button? The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Hell yeah! If you're not first, you're last. Who the hell told you that? You did. Well, that don't even make sense. Could be second. Could be third. Hell, I was high when I said that. Oh yeah, Benjamin Button. I saw it last night. I didn't go to bed till like 5 because that movie's fucking like 3 hours long. But man, it's such a good movie. Yeah, let's watch it. I saw it last night, but I'll watch it again. It's good. Some of the special effects are kind of like, a little dated, but I think it still holds up. It has Galadriel, aka Kate Blanchett. Do you mean my comic book or what story? Or Benjamin Button? Alright, so the brief synopsis of the story. It's a Western-based story with occult magic and witchcraft. It's loosely based on Tombstone, the Western movie from the 90s. It's my favorite movie of all time. It's loosely based on that. There's obviously no witches or fantastical elements in Tombstone. But, I do it in there for my own specific spice. But if you've seen Tombstone, it's kind of similar to that, where the main character, he's a retired lawman, and then he tries to retire, but him and his brothers get sucked up into, kind of like into the town that they try to retire in, which is Tombstone, and their brothers, one of them ends up dying, and the other one gets severely injured. He loses the ability of one of his arms. So the main character has to pretty much get revenge for his brothers. But what fascinates me is that character walks his very moral gray line, where he tries to beat the gang that murdered his brother and also wounded his other brother under the badge of the law, but at the same time kind of vigilante type of deal. Like it's a very fine line that he walks. Like is he correct in the way that he's doing it, or is he justified because he's trying to get revenge for his brothers? My comic book is along those lines, where this is the main character back here, and he's trying to get revenge for his brothers that passed away. It takes him across various countries and lands and stuff. So right now, I'm heavily influenced by the music that I listen to. So this little area that he's in is designed and modeled after the genre of black metal. and every kind of country he visits is going to be stylized after another genre of music that I like, or band, or album, or something similar to that. So, if you know like anything about black metal, it's a very interesting story how the genre originated. Um, it's kind of fucking crazy. It's a bunch of kids literally came up with the whole music genre themselves. A bunch of teenagers, and lives were lost because of it, and they burned down a lot of churches, whatever. And like, it's such a rich history. It's really, really, really interesting to read about. Um, and this whole country that this guy's in right now is based on early black metal. So the beginning of black metal, that story, it references a lot to the actual true story about what happened. Obviously, it's not exactly that story because there's no witches in the beginning of black metal. I mean, they thought there were, but it's up to debate. So, for instance, there's this character here, the Skeleton Man. He's Death. So, Death and the main character, they have a pact together. Death is going to keep this guy alive for as long as their pact ends. So this guy can't die. Like, he got attacked by a bear in one of the other issues, and that's why he has this large gash in his back, which killed him. But Death was there, and he brought him back to life. So it's a little deal that they have. But Death, he has one of his interests is detail accurate cosplay. So he likes to dress up as things and other people, and mostly, for the most part, it's people that are dead. He likes to dress up like them. So, for instance, I'll show you one of the other pages where he comes out. So this is a page from chapter 5, I think. And in this chapter, he shows up and he's dressed like Ned Stark from Game of Thrones. So every time they show him, he's like dressed up as something else, but relating to, as a reference to the story I'm fully influenced from. So in this particular case, since it's like black metal involved, he's dressed like somebody very famous in the black metal scene that died. He wore this crop top shirt and whatever, and I thought it was funny, so I dressed him up like that. But the book's about family, it's about religion, it's about the moral gray area of a lot of things, like what's right, what's wrong, obsession, like with the concept of revenge or family, stuff like that, with a bunch of witches in it. Oh, I forgot to color Bob the God of Time. I don't know if you were here when that happened, but no, this is the first time. So I was telling Chrono that I wanted to get 50 followers so I could start making my emotes. So they basically, I don't know how they did it, but they put the word out and it got a lot of people started following me. And now I'm at 55 followers. So I met that little small goal that I had with Chrono's help. So in honor of that, I let the people decide what Easter egg to put in the page today. And they chose a snail. And they named it Bob. I let them name it. And then I gave it the epithet of God of Time because Chrono. And he's a snail, so it's like double the pun. Yeah, I agree. I think they made a wise choice. And also now I can make my emotes, which I'm super excited about. We'll be taking requests for those. Yeah, I did talk a lot. My jaw hurts a little bit from talking so much. Like it's a little sore. Excited. Speaking of which, the train is coming. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do if like you could hear the train. That would be kind of annoying. It's so fucking loud. Luckily, Anthony told me about that program, so we chilling, we chilling. Yeah, I'm sure they would, but it would still be annoying. But it doesn't annoy me. It annoys me indirectly because I don't want it to annoy somebody else. So I'm used to it. I don't really pay attention to it that much. But I pay attention when somebody's here or I have a feeling that they might like say something or something. And I don't blame people if it annoys them. It's annoying. It's a fucking frame. It shakes the goddamn apartment. Damn. You know that feeling. You know you're shading his down. No, it wasn't that. I think you misunderstood what I was saying. I just had forgotten to put the water in the fridge, so it wasn't cold. But the cold water works. I didn't have to draw the bear today. That was a good time saver. How much time it saved me? It's already been 6 hours, 6.5 hours. Oh yeah, you're kind of right. I was kind of getting distracted. I remember when. Oh shit! This is Climber song. Well, he fucked around like that with this song. But I remember when Doc used to get hurt and you would laugh. You'd be like, what the fuck? Why are you laughing? Like it was a while ago. I think when Abbott pulled his arm or something, and he popped it back in his socket. I forgot, but you're like giggling or some shit. The way I did it, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but you found it to be funny. Okay, the song's for you, Murph. You want me to give you more music? Yeah, next time. Look at Carter. He's sleeping. Amen, sister. He gets a million. We're done. Woohoo! That took 7 hours. Not bad, not bad. I'm tired. I'm still pretty early though. It's not even 12 yet. Okay. So now it's a little recap of what's going on here on this page that we just finished. So on the previous page, previously on Lost, main character here, he was making his way to this little cage where his main character is making his way to the cage. His best friend is trapped behind the cage in death. He's talking to the main character. He's kind of being snarky, talking to him. And this is the best friend inside the cell, and he's shivering because he's pretty sick. He's pretty beat up. He has an illness and stuff that's kind of keeping him down a little bit. And he kind of got beat up pretty badly in one of the other issues. So the main character's gonna try to get him out of here. So they're having a little discussion about the best friend over here. This guy who attacked Death in the last chapter but was unsuccessful because Death has a little weird transcendental powers where he's everywhere and nowhere, so he can't really attack Death. But he's gonna try again. He's like, okay, he's over there now. I'm gonna go over there too. And then his expression changes as a voice from behind him stops him. And that's it for this page. So that's about it. Just in case you guys are new to the stream, or if you're watching this on YouTube after I post it on there, the stream is strictly only for the artwork. All the dialogue gets put in after stream, then it gets uploaded immediately onto Patreon for the patrons to read it. Yeah, so you only get the artwork. If you want to read the page, you have to sign up to the Patreon. But you will eventually get this page for free. But it's within like 2 or 3 months or so. Thanks everybody for joining me for the stream. This is pretty fun. Big shout out to Chrono for getting me all those followers coming through, and everybody who came from there and stuck around. It means a lot. I'm just a dude trying to work on a comic book because I love it. Any support I get is very appreciated. It's not necessary, but very appreciated. And I appreciate it more because it's not necessary. But in the meantime, while this thing winds down, I'll be penning that this dialogue and stuff. Thank you, Travis, for sticking around. I do this almost every day, so if you're ever bored or need something to watch, usually we'll be here. I don't stream I don't really have a schedule. I just stream whenever I can. But it's usually every day. It's when I'm working on my comics, so. I might watch a movie after this. I just don't know. Just. Oh yeah, right on. What? Are you on the East Coast or something? Or are you maybe somewhere else? Oh wow, it's not even the same country. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Even more so then, because your time difference can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Ooh, man. To watch my cat slowly fall asleep. So that's about wraps it up. So thank you everybody once again. I love y'all. Be safe out there.